gorgeous Sagittarians. This is Debs, and this is your reading for mid-April 2024. Sag, it's lovely to be with you. Thank you guys for being here. Now, Sag, in meditation, Michael took me to the inside of a theatre, and I saw this person who looked pretty dejected, pretty fed up, diligently sweeping the stage with this big brush. And then Michael showed me a clock, and I saw this person putting flyers on these theatre seats. And they went back to their little office, poured a cup of coffee, sat there and thought, okay, same old, same old. This is just going to be what I do for the rest of my life. Almost an acceptance. But what this person couldn't see is that behind the scenes, a group of people had got together to throw this person a surprise party. So Sag, obviously, as always, this is symbolism. If you feel as if you've been working really hard, maybe you feel as if you haven't made progress, it could be in a relationship, it could be in your career, I feel as if there's going to be some excitement. Okay, there's going to be a sense of, wow, it's all been worth it. So Saggy, let's get into this and see what comes through. The deck that I'm using is the Tarot of Dreams. If you'd like a private reading, my website is down below. If you'd like to join the channel, the link is there too, and of course all the decks. So Sag. Archangel Michael, thank you for joining us. This is the reading for my Sagittarians. What does Sag need to know, please, Michael? Mid-April 2024. I'm getting a lot of messages coming in. I can't pinpoint them specifically. Whew. But Sag, you are definitely looked over by someone who's passed. A male figure, could be a father, could be a grandfather, could be an uncle. Someone here is overseeing your life. And I'm hearing they're going to be shifting the energy to steer you on the right path. I'm now seeing a fish desperately trying to swim upstream, but the current keeps pulling it back. Things are going to change. Things are going to get easier, Sag. Yes. Michael's saying yes. Okay, good, good. You've been putting so much time and effort into whatever this is. You may feel as if it's not worth it. You're never going to get anywhere. It's not going to get better. It's not going to improve. It will. Okay? Keep going, Sag. Two of Wands. For some of you, you may feel as if you're sat at crossroads in your life. You may be feeling intuitively that something major is about to happen and that you're going to have to make a very big decision. You may not know exactly what this is at this present point of time, but you may feel the energy intensifying. I just know something major is going to happen. What I don't know, thinks Sag, is it going to be good? Is it not? You just sense it. Palace of Swords. Sag, you're trapped in your mind. You may be doing a lot of negative thinking, which is not going to help you. You may be needing to make a choice that you know is going to be painful. In the past, Queen of Coins, Queen of Pentacles. In the immediate past, Five of Coins. In your thoughts, Sag, the King of Coins. In the immediate future, bear with me guys, the Lovers, Gemini energy. In your fears, the World. In the environment, Sag, the Empress. In your hopes, the Knight of Swords. And this one couldn't wait to get on the table, which is the outcome, the Two of Swords. Wow, Sagittarius. It's going to be a tough decision, but you're going to do the right thing. You're going to act with integrity. You're going to follow the path of light, because this is a very big decision coming up. Clarification for you. The Nine of Pentacles. Page of Coins. Clarification for whoever is sat in the energy of the Empress. Six of Wands. The Hermit. Yeah. Sag. Underneath the deck, Four of Cups. Three of Wands. Ace of Wands. Nine of Wands. Okay, Sag. All right, guys. It's gonna be okay. You're gonna be all right. Saggy, let's move the camera over and I'll explain to you, if you haven't already figured it out, I'll explain to you what we have here. At this present time, Sag, you are sat trying to make a decision to do the right thing or to slip into a little bit of ego, okay? With the Palace of Swords, swords being thoughts, you've been off and on in your head about this for the longest time. Do I do this? Do I not? What is the right decision to make? In the past, Sag, King and Queen of Coins, this is you, King of Coins. You met a Queen of Coins. And you guys may have got serious very quickly. I don't think you got married, but you could have lived together. You could even have had a child. But you felt left out in the cold from your Queen of Coins. Maybe she was all about the baby. Maybe it was never about you. You may have felt that she didn't love you anymore, or you may have felt disregarded somehow. And there might have been financial worries due to this child. Five of Pentacles being the two of you struggling to make ends meet. She may have been codependent on you, Sag, for a period of time because she had a child with you and she couldn't work. She wanted to stay home with a child. And it was a challenge. In the midst of you feeling as if you needed some light relief, you needed some fun, everything got a bit heavy, you felt disconnected from your Queen of Coins, you met an Empress. This could have been a woman who was slightly older than you. This is someone who was doing well in their career, Six of Wands, could have been pulling in the money. Somebody very kind, nurturing and attentive. Exactly what you were looking for because you were going through a tough time with your Queen of Coins. I think there was a dalliance between the two of you. It could have been anything from flirtatious messages, a one-night stand, to a full-blown affair. But she had no idea at the time that you were sitting at home with your Queen of Coins and this baby. She didn't know. You hid it. You hid it from this Empress. What you've been trying to make a decision about, Sag, is, do you end things with your Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Coins, maybe give her child support, and move swiftly towards the Empress, who is loving, kind, giving, and financially stable? Do you choose to move into a love situation with this Empress and leave your Queen of Pentacles behind? You've been trying to make that painful decision. Painful because you may have known the Queen of Pentacles for quite a long time, and you may have a child with the Queen of Pentacles. So this is you thinking, well, if I end the connection with her, I'm not going to see my child as much. What you've been thinking about doing, Sag, is to move towards this Empress pre-Empress. So we do have an Empress here, but she's single. And you're thinking about offering her initially friendship. But what you're hoping, Sag, is that it's going to shift into a lover situation, and she's going to open the door to you two moving into a commitment. If that happens, Sag, you will get the love and attention you feel that you've been lacking in your current situation, and you be financially stable because she is earning. And if you moved in with this woman, if you two set up home, you would then have no problems with paying child support to your Queen of Pentacles. Win-win, right? But what you're fearing, Sag, is that with the energy of the world, this connection with this Empress is already done. Because I don't think you're in communication with this woman any longer. I think this is a connection from the past. What you're hoping, Sag, is if you approach this Empress initially to say, hey, remember me, I'd love to be friends, I'd love for us to get together, you're afraid that she's somehow figured out that you weren't single, and you're afraid that there's going to be a massive argument, that she's going to call you out and say, well, I don't understand why you're coming back to me because I found out, or I figured out, that you were in a long-term serious relationship with someone else. You're afraid of that. This is someone who may know that you were in a relationship with a Virgo, Queen of Pentacles Hermit, and she had some kind of internal victory and success because she found out the truth. And I think that's the reason why she didn't develop the connection further with you in the past. Overall energy, Saggy. So we have you looking up at that cup. This is the potential relationship between you and the Empress, which you now believe, Sag, is out of reach. You feel, even though you're tempted to go for this, you have a feeling that this is already done, that she's moved on, that you have to forget about this. With the Three of Wands, Sag, I think you've been looking back. I believe you have been thinking, wow, my ship would have come in if I'd developed the connection with this Empress. I would have lived a better life. I would have had more financial stability. I would have been happier. You've been really dwelling on this. But what you're looking back on is that you came in. It was all about the passion. It was all about the sexual chemistry. You may have treated her like, you know, a one-night stand, an 18-year-old you pick up in a club, when actually she was an Empress. And you've been feeling really stressed about that, Sag, because you feel because you didn't treat her in the right way, because you didn't see her worth, because you maybe didn't even respect her, you've missed your opportunity. She sees you as sitting in player energy, and she's not going to be interested, and you're burdened by that because you want back in her life, and you've been trying to rack your brains as to what you can do to sort of get back in. Because at the moment, Sag, you're very unhappy. You feel as if you've lost a really big opportunity, and you've been standing at crossroads. Do I end things with my Queen of Pentacles to be with this Empress? So Sag, that is the root, that is the core of what we're looking at here, of this reading. This is what it's all about. For many of you, this may not be your story, and I'm sorry, but as you know, I try to go with the energy that's coming through, and this might be quite a specific reading. Now, you would have noticed I didn't touch on the Two of Swords because, Sag, this can actually be several things. This can be you, Sag, thinking to yourself, okay, the Empress isn't interested. There's no communication from her. This is you potentially wanting to reach out. And this is you having to accept the fact that it's not going to work out. Or this is you making a decision to cut out your Queen of Pentacles. It could actually be either woman. It could also be, Sag, you pushing down your feelings and sitting on the fence. So guys, I've just seen 1818 on the clock. 1 is about new beginnings. 8 is progress. 8 is also the number that relates to Leo. There could be somebody here with a strong Leo placement. And 8 is also the infinity number put on its side, right? What goes around comes around. The law of karma. If you're ready, Saggy, let's get into this. It could be a strong cross-watcher reading. You, Sag, if you're not the masculine, you could be the Empress or you could be the Queen of Pentacles. All right. So, Sag, we start with the Two of Wands and the Palace of Swords. You've been highly stressed, thinking about an ending. It could be you looking back and reliving the ending with the Empress who may have pushed you away, or you may have just disregarded her and chosen to work on the connection with your Queen of Pentacles. Or this is you considering ending things with your Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Coins, to start a new life with the Empress. So we'll see. Archangel Michael, what is the Two of Wands and the Palace of Swords? Yeah, wow, the Nine of Swords. What you're looking at in fear, Sag, is the immediate past, where you may have had financial issues with your Queen of Pentacles. We have someone here who looks as if they're holding a baby and money is tight. So you may have felt left out in the cold from your Queen of Pentacles. It may have been all about the child. And you are reliving that period. That was a period of time, Sag, where you decided to move towards this Empress. She was everything you ever wanted at that time. She gave you the love, the attention, the affection, the passion that you needed, and she was pretty stable. The Wheel of Fortune. So, Sag, what you're thinking about is a brand new life. You may feel it was destiny that you met this Empress. You may also be thinking about your stability. 4 is stability. The Wheel of Destiny can be divine timing. It can, for me as a reader, also relate to a lot of stability, financial stability. The Seven of Cups. So, Sag, I don't know, for some of you, you may have been in and out of jobs, trying to pull money together, a little bit here, a little bit there. It might have been difficult. Or you may have literally been sat in emotional confusion, not quite sure what to do. You don't want to cause a lot of distance between your Queen of Pentacles and yourself. And you know that that would happen if you pushed her away and tried to give her child support. And I feel also you'd worry that there might be issues in you having full access to your child. You're worried about that. But you're also worried about completely letting go of the hope of being with this Empress, because if you were to move into a successful relationship with her, this would be everything you've ever wanted, and it could springboard you into a better life. So a lot of emotional confusion. Yeah, 6 of Cups. Do I go back to this Empress or not? I don't know what to do. 2 of Coins. So things may still be difficult with your Queen of Pentacles, Sag. You're not terribly happy. You may be struggling again financially. You two aren't really getting on. And you are deep in nostalgia about this Empress. So Sag, let's go back to the Queen of Pentacles energy. This is when the 2 of you met. You might have dated, got quite serious. She probably moved in with you. And I feel there was a child. You two had a child together, even though, Sag, I don't believe you two married. So what was the energy of the Queen of Pentacles for Sag? Thank you, Michael. The 8 of Coins. So you may have met this Queen of Pentacles at work. At the time, she could have been doing quite well in her career. Knight of Coins. And Sag, you may have committed to her. This is you two deciding to make a go of things in the past. Okay, anything else, Michael? Thank you. Page of Swords. But then there may have been a difficult conversation, Sag. You may not have been ready, but she might have fallen pregnant. Page has been children. Yeah, it might have been a shock, Sag. You may have had real mixed emotions about this. On the one hand, super excited, very happy. Oh my gosh, I'm going to be a dad, right? Wow. On the other side, really stressed about how you were going to make ends meet. Yeah, 2 pages. Wow, yeah. I mean, this is, wow, I'm sorry, but I'm pregnant, right? This is very serious now. There might also have been a lot of I love yous, but it was a bit of a challenge. But I feel, Sag, you did your best. You stepped up. And I think you tried to concentrate on your career because your partner moving into this pregnancy possibly didn't work, okay? And it was a little bit challenging. Yeah. 4 of Coins, 5 of Coins, money was very tight. You two may have started bickering. It may have been little things. You may have felt it was all about her, all about the baby. It wasn't about you anymore. No passion, that sort of thing, because she's pregnant. I feel, Sag, for a period of time, you may have felt on your own. You may have felt under pressure. Oh my goodness, you know, it's a lot to cope with. What else was on your mind? Death card. Scorpio energy. What you thought was, oh my goodness, this has gone from having a lot of fun, going out, lots of chemistry, to boom, I'm pregnant. And this shifted you into a much more serious mindset. Oh my gosh, right? Wow, I'm going to be a dad. I'm going to have a child to support. We've got to get serious now. I've got to pull in the money. It changed your life. And even though, Sag, part of you was very excited about this, the other half of you was terrified that you couldn't come up to expectations. And because you began to feel left out in the cold from your Queen of Pentacles, you began to look elsewhere for love, for passion, for attention and affection, because you weren't getting it from your Queen of Pentacles. This was the time, Sag, that you met this Empress, and it kind of changed everything. You began to think more optimistically about the future because she was sort of your ticket out of the situation. She was the vehicle to shift you in a new direction without having to sit feeling stressed about money, without having to sit feeling left out in the cold. She was your ticket to a fresh life. But I think what happened, Sag, was you got cold feet because she may have got suspicious that you weren't single. And I think you two parted. You and this Empress just disconnected. Since that time, Sag, I don't think you two have spoken a great deal. I think this person's kept themselves to themselves, and you've gone back to work on the situation with your Queen of Pentacles, but you're not happy. And you've been wondering whether or not you have the courage to go back to this Empress to reacquaint yourself with her. What you're thinking about is, I am in a relationship with my Queen of Pentacles, King and Queen of Pentacles, but you're not married. So what you're thinking about is, it's not as if I have to go through divorce. If this Empress opened the door to me, I would just find a way of giving child support to this Queen of Pentacles. That's your game plan. That's your thought process. So what you're thinking about now is King of Coins. You may be thinking of committing to her. You could simply have a lot of earth in your chart, Sag. Yeah, Six of Swords. I think you're hoping to move to calmer waters with this Empress. You're hoping to visit her quietly, secretively, because of course you don't want your Queen of Pentacles to find out. Queen of Swords. She may be watching you like a hawk. The Queen of Pentacles could also be the Queen of Swords. I think, Sag, she is waiting to get married. I think she is hoping and praying that you, before too long, are going to talk about getting engaged, getting married, because you two, I think, are living together with a child. She's hoping with a faith card that you're going to propose. She could be a Taurian, but you feel that your destiny lies with this Empress. So I think, Sag, you've been trying to avoid the topic of conversation for as long as possible. Now you're realizing, and it may be because of pressure from parents, whatever this is, what you're realizing is, if you're going to get out of the situation, you've got to do it soon, because it's all becoming a bit much. So my Saggies, in the immediate future, we have the Lovers and the Empress. You feel a very strong soul connection with this Empress. There's also attraction. Again, she could be older than you. She's lived a lot of life. She's very wise. She's very grounded. She could be doing well in her career, Six of Wands. But she does keep herself to herself with the Hermit. What you're hoping to do, Sag, is have the courage and confidence to reapproach this Empress. I think to spill the tea, to express the truth, because you feel you should do that, Sag, because you may believe she already knows. You may feel, I can't lie to this Empress because she already knows, so I've got to come clean. Best thing to do. You're going to come clean to this Empress and say, actually, we were lovers. I am in a serious relationship with this Queen of Pentacles, but I have a choice to leave that woman to be with you. You want to know whether or not there's any chance of this working out. So, Archangel Michael, when do we have the Lovers and the Empress for my Sagittarians? Thank you, Michael. Soon. Okay, I'm actually hearing the 28th of April too, Michael. The 9th of June. So on those two dates, 28th of April or the 9th of June, or within that period of time, you are hoping to gather up the courage to approach this Empress again. The last time she saw you, you guys may have had an argument. You may have sort of detached, feeling rather embarrassed or feeling cross with yourself or feeling upset, because she may have sat in a bit of a suspicious energy. The last time you guys spoke, I think you left her to work on the connection with your Queen of Pentacles, and she may have got on simply with her career, because this is someone single. This is a single Empress. So, Sag, let's have a look and see what you're going to say to this Empress. Devil. Wow. Sag, if you're coming clean, and you may be, you may say to this Empress, look, you know, I didn't tell you the full truth of my situation in the past. I'm so sorry. I was incredibly attracted to you. I wanted to spend time with you. But what you didn't know was that I was in a toxic relationship with a Queen of Pentacles. Now, she could also be a Capricorn. What else are you saying to her? Strength card. The reason why eventually I pulled back from you, this is what you're saying to this Empress, is that I realized you'd figured out the fact that something wasn't quite right. And I held back from you because I couldn't face telling you the truth. And I actually started working again on the connection with my Queen of Pentacles. And that's why I sabotaged the connection with you. That's why I didn't work on this anymore with you, because I realized that you'd found out the truth. And I wasn't quite sure about what to do emotionally. What else are you saying to her, Sag? What you're saying to her now is you're trying to work on your finances, but you've also been looking at the past and realizing that you miss this Empress. I miss the times we spent together. I was incredibly happy with the energy of the sun. I realized, said Sag to this Empress, we could have had a beautiful life. I felt I could have grown with you as a person. This Empress might have been very wise. There could have been a lot of interesting conversations. And so, Sag, what you're saying to her is, I don't want to let the potential of this go. I don't want to let the potential of this go. And what you're saying to her, Sag, is I am considering walking away from my Queen of Pentacles to make it work with you. Ace of Coins. If you forgive me and if you still have emotion for me, then I would commit to you. Wow. And I'm ready to step up and be your emperor. I'm ready to get married. Sag, this is a very serious conversation. Empress, Emperor. What is this Empress going to say? Three of Cups. She's going to say, I wondered whether or not you'd come back to try and reconcile with me. She's also going to say, Sag, that she kind of knew at some point that you were wearing a false mask, that there was somebody else in the mix. She's going to say, Sag, that she recognizes that you're trying to manifest reunion with her. And this is your Sagittarian card of Temperance. What she's saying to you, Sag, is she recognizes that you want to leave the past in the past. She recognizes, Sag, that there might be some regret for what happened in the past, and you want everything to be sort of smoothed over. What else is she going to say? The Moon. She may want to talk to you about a Cancerian. Or Sag, she may say to you, I did develop feelings for you, Sag, but we're very different people. These two creatures are very different from each other. She may say to you, I'm not sure I trust this because of what you hid from me before. Three of Swords. Wow. She may say to you, I felt very disappointed. I felt very hurt. And I felt it best that we kept our distance. This is someone very mature in what they're saying, Sag. They're telling the truth, but this isn't somebody who is screaming at you and calling you out because they're an Empress, you know. Justice. Yeah. I think what this woman is saying is, it's kind of justice for me that you've come back, because I feel as if now the scales are being balanced. You know, you're apologizing here, Sag. She may also be saying to you that she's working hard on her business. She may not have a lot of time. She may say to you, well, even if you propose to me, I'm not sure I want this. This is someone who may have poured everything into her career. She could be a Libra. The Empress is Taurus, Libra energy. Palace of Coins. She's working on her own stability, Sag, I think. Judgment. Sag, it's going to be awkward. The Palace of Coins can represent the Ten of Pentacles. Judgment is your energy of Sag. She may ask you straight out, Sag, I assume that part of the attraction of being with me, given that I'm older than you, right? You're a king, she's an empress, is that I'm financially stable. She wants to ensure, Sag, and you have to understand her point of view. She has to ensure that the attraction is real, the emotions are real, and you're not simply wanting a better life for yourself. Even though she may not have a lot of money, she was doing well, and she's building up to the Ten of Pentacles. She may ask you a very blunt question, Sag. Are you just wanting to be indulged? Do you just see yourself having a lovely, stable life with me, with no financial worries? I don't think she's calling you out, but she's not going to have any qualms in discussing that. What is the energy between you two? The Fool. Sag, you know that what you're doing is a bit risky. You know that it's 50-50. You don't know whether or not she's going to push you away. You don't know whether or not she's going to say, okay, let's give it a shot. You don't know. I think she sees this as a bit impulsive. She sees this as a risk. She sees that it may be something that she might regret in the future. Particularly, Sag, if you admit that you got a child with this other woman, it's a little bit, in the nicest sense, messier. It's not just you detaching from the Queen of Pentacles, you got a child with this woman. It's a bit more complicated. She may not know if she wants to take that situation on board, because you're always going to be connected to your Queen of Pentacles because of the child. And your finances aren't going to be great because you will have to provide child support. She's thinking about all of this. So, Sag, let's have a look at the Two of Swords. This is you needing to make a decision based on what this Empress is saying and how you feel in your heart of hearts. Ten of Cups. Wow, Palace of Cups. The Star. The Knight of Cups. There's a lot of love here, Sag. The Tower. Okay. Sag, I think what we've got here is you having no choice but to push your emotions down and detach from the situation with this Empress. This is you moving towards this Empress to say, I want the 10 of Cups with you. Palace of Cups, we create a beautiful life. I do genuinely love you, and you are my wish come true. But Sag, if you do that, there's going to be a Tower moment. What is the Tower moment? Page of Wands. Seven of Wands. Sag, this is going to be tough. She may say to you, I'm so sorry, but this feels a bit complicated to me. She may say to you, I don't want to get involved with you. You've got a child with another woman. It's too much. She may say to you, I am attracted to you, Sag, yes, but I'm not in love with you. And so I'm sorry, but this isn't for me. Knight of Wands. What we had was great fun. There was a lot of chemistry, but I didn't feel that very deep emotion for you that you felt for me. This was physical. I enjoyed it for what it was, but that's all that it was. And this is done. Ace of Swords. It's done. It's over with. I've made my decision. Five of Wands. I don't want there to be conflict between us. I don't want to feel as if I would cause you any drama in trying to get out of the connection with your Queen of Pentacles. I just want to put this to rest. King of Wands. I will always be attracted to you, Sag, but that's all that it would be. Tree of Life. So Sag, what I think this represents is that this was a lesson for you, possibly a lesson for you both. And I think what the universe is saying is you two have learned very important lessons within this connection that you had with this Empress. So you're coming back to center again, Sag. You're back where you started. And I think it's up to you as to what you do pertaining to your connection with your Queen of Pentacles, knowing at this point that this Empress isn't interested. So Sag, what are you going to do pertaining to the Queen of Pentacles? Four of Wands, Sag. Okay, my Saggies, you're doing the right thing. I think you may talk to your Queen of Pentacles about getting engaged, because what you're realizing is this Empress isn't interested. She's moved on in her life. And you do have a child with this Queen of Pentacles. And you may also understand that it's not easy being a mom. You're not going to be on hand 24/7 to have steamy weekends when you're pregnant or when you're dealing with a 1-year-old or a 3-year-old. It's a different type of life. You have to compromise. And you may see things from her perspective. But Sag, with the Four of Wands, I think this is you two coming back together again emotionally, you and your Queen of Pentacles, and I think you guys are going to get serious. What else are you going to talk about, Saggy? Three of Coins, okay. Sag, what I'm hearing is once the baby's old enough, you will need to work. You know, it's expensive having a child. We need to pull together and work as a team in order to have enough money for the future. Yeah, Sag, you're basically speaking your truth to this Queen of Pentacles. You're putting it out there. I love you. I do want to be with you, but things haven't been easy. I've been in my head. We can get engaged, but I need you to understand that once the baby is old enough, you're going to have to get a job. I cannot support you as a codependent stay-at-home mom. I just can't do it. It's too much for me. Yeah. If we can work as a team, and if we work on an equal give and take relationship, this can work. So Sag, you are speaking your truth. There might be a lot more that you guys have a conversation about. But I think this is you being open and honest with this Queen of Pentacles and expressing maybe that you felt left out in the cold, but also expressing that you realise that it's difficult for her, being maybe a new mum. But the main conversation, Sag, is going to be about finances. You can't carry this weight on your own. And she needs to know that. But if she agrees, then I think you guys are going to get engaged. And I think, Sag, you're going to put this Empress in the past and you guys are going to work on this connection. So, Sag, it's been a little bit of a challenging read, but I feel that we have some kind of happy ending here. I hope it's helped someone. Take care of you. Sending love and light your way, and many blessings. Bye, Sag.